Hello. Oh, my sanskar. Surprise, surprise. If you don't know yet, there has been something that has taken the world by storm. It's Chat GPT, and rather than going to people and telling them that AI is going to eat their job, which is if anything but just rude, I decided that I'll make better use of it. So today I'm debunking some fake ass Indian notions जो older generation religion के नाम पे हम पे थोपती है. Which is why I decided to wear this very sanskari outfit, because that's how it works, right? You could be a bad person, gossip, something utterly disgusting could come out of your mouth, but like you're dressed appropriately, so it's fine, it's acceptable. But God forsake, a woman wears Western clothing or even shows a little bit of skin, then anything she utters out of her mouth वो अनसुना हो जाता है. It's nonsense, or it's not even heard. And I can say this from personal experience that just because I dress a certain way and I want to be in a profession that is, like this, people think that I probably don't even know how to make a roti at home. Like, that's just the stereotype that you're going to face. But honestly, if you get to know me, I think I'm a kind person and I try to be better every single day. But that's far from the point. And let's get back into it. Okay, wait, no. Come back to this. Have you ever seen a woman politician India में जो सूट या साड़ी के अलावा कुछ पहनते होंगे? Like, maybe like a Western attire. Probably because if they wear one, उनको कोई seriously लेगा ही नहीं. And it's already so difficult. Because as a woman, nobody takes you seriously. Not even the mechanic that I go to or the person that, fixes my tire. Everyone assume that I don't know anything and tries to make money off of us. If the bade leaders, so obviously they will have to subdue and they would have to try to fit into this identity just so they can have a little bit of power, which kind of sucks. Okay, now seriously, back to the video. मैंने कभी भी भगवत गीता नहीं पढ़ी है, and call me whitewash, but every time that I've actually tried to read it मेरे ऊपर से जाती है, because उसमें संस्कृत text होता है. Even the translation from Sanskrit to Hindi is very very difficult for anyone to understand, not just me. Okay, तुम भी उठा के देख लो, it's very difficult. I'm not the only one whitewashed. But thanks to Chat GPT, which has access to data and events prior to 2021, we can actually get guidances regarding a lot of different texts and very specific ones without searching books and like going through panne matlab pages, and it can pinpoint the exact thing that we're searching for, which saves a lot of time. Oh, and also मैंने इससे पहले गीता GPT try करी थी, which is made by some South Asian person, and kudos to him. But whenever I went to the website, वो बहुत lag कर रही थी और वो incomplete answers दे रही थी, so I couldn't really use it. But it got me the idea that मैं Chat GPT भी use कर सकती हूँ. By the time that you watch this video, maybe you can try Gita GPT and it might be better, because it was genuinely a lot more cooler than Chat GPT, and उसका purpose भी यही है. So here's my laptop. So I get that people are like super obsessed with me, like I get it, I am cool, but इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि तुम रोज मेरी जिंदगी में मेरे को एक ही सवाल पूछ के एंग्जाइटी देते रहो, which is तुम शादी कब करोगी, तुम्हारी शादी की उम्र हो गई है. So that's what we're going to ask. According to the Bhagavad Gita, when should a woman marry? It's typed up like a huge paragraph, which मैं बस थोड़ा सा ही पढ़ूंगी. In chapter 3 verse 35, the Bhagavad Gita states, it is far better to discharge one's prescribed duties even though faultily than another's duties perfectly. Destruction in the course of performing one's own duty is better than engaging in another's duty, for to follow another's path is dangerous. You hear that guys? Yeah. This is basically an Instagram quote saying that you should just follow your own path and everyone can do whatever the fuck they want and everyone's life is unique. Yeah? Okay. This verse suggests that each individual has a unique path to or duty to follow, and it is important to fulfill one's own duties rather than trying to follow someone else's path. My path is to become rich and famous, and I'm going to try and do that and only get married when I think that marriage will not be a hindrance in my career. Thus, I must find someone who is understanding of me and my coolness. If whatever. Okay, so the next question is about how a person should dress. The Bhagavad Gita does not prescribe any specific dress code for individuals. However, it does provide teachings on the importance of simplicity, modesty, and detachment from material possessions. Now, I know you bitches are going to term modesty as like covering up, but modesty, yeah, English मेरे को भी आती है, ठीक है? Modesty has two definitions. I'll just look them up. Yeah, one of the definitions is that, well, you know, how a woman dresses, and the other meaning is actually the quality of not being too proud or confident about yourself and your abilities. So, sorry, I had to burp. So Chat GPT has a way of like remembering things that were asked before, so I just copy pasted it and I said, what does modesty mean in this context? And then I wrote the phrase, and it says, in the context of Bhagavad Gita, modesty refers to the quality of being unpretentious and humble. It emphasizes the importance of avoiding arrogance and vanity and instead cultivating a sense of humility and simplicity. The Gita emphasizes the importance of detachment from material possessions. This means that while it is not necessarily bad to possess material objects, one should not become overly attached to them, as this can lead to suffering and distraction from spiritual goals. Modesty and simplicity are seen as important tools for achieving detachment, as they help individuals to focus on what is truly important in life, rather than being distracted by external appearances and material possessions. So basically it's telling you to not be a bitch about the fact that you own Balenciaga, Gucci, Prada, or whatever the hell, which you probably don't, you just bought a fake copy from Palika. But in any case, the fact that you want people to believe that you own such brands is proof that you care something so useless, care about something that isn't actually as important in life. Which is a nice time for me to insert the fact that this is particularly the reason why I like to shop local, because I want to give smaller businesses and families a chance to earn good money instead of multi-dollar, billion-dollar companies that are already doing well. So I think it's telling you to be more thoughtful, although I will make a separate video on sustainability of fashion and like how material objects, wasting material objects, can it actually have an impact on our spiritual health or something like that. I still have to research it. But and as somebody जो बहुत bully हुआ है for having a good body and not utilizing it well enough, and then now that I've gained a lot more weight, not having the same body as before, and after reading this, what I actually think of it is that you shouldn't be so proud of your external appearance or the money that you own or even the clothes that you wear or the fact that you can afford higher or, you know, not so higher things. I think that's what the Gita is trying to say, which is definitely something that our generation does care about. Although there are people, of course, that try to shop local and are trying to bring a sustainable revolution. I mean, I can personally tell you that ever since I bought an iPhone, it is very sad, but I get treated differently, and people who didn't even talk to me before or didn't even approach me now start to approach me, which is like the saddest thing that I've recently witnessed. So I can tell you that even if it's subconsciously, our love for materialism and all of that, it still exists. The next and the last question I'm going to ask is, according to the Bhagavad Gita, what are the specific gender roles for men and women? We win once again. The Bhagavad Gita does not prescribe any specific gender roles for men and women. Instead, it emphasizes the importance of performing one's duty, dharma, in a selfless and detached manner regardless of one's gender. The Gita does not endorse any rigid or fixed gender roles. Instead, the Gita emphasizes on the importance of recognizing the equality of all beings and treating everyone with respect and compassion. It also highlights the importance of personal effort and self-discipline in achieving one's goals, rather than relying solely on external circumstances or societal expectations. So, men need to stop relying on the fact that they're always going to come home and their wife is just supposed to make dinner for them, while women need to stop expecting that their particular man is going to fulfill all of their financial expectations. Unless, of course, both of them are happy doing that role, it is not something that you should use to escape your personal path. मतलब what gender role आप play out करते हो, that is completely आपकी choice. पर आपको ये नहीं expect करना चाहिए कि just because I'm a woman I deserve this, and just because I'm a man I deserve this type of treatment. That is wrong to assume. You can perhaps find a compatible partner जो other half of the responsibility संभाल सकता हो. It's clearly stated here that there are no gender roles. So the next time कोई older generation वाला बंदा आपको बोलता है कि मर्दों को तो करना ही पड़ता है, कमाना ही पड़ता है, they just have to do jobs जो might suck but bring cash home, or they just tell you as a woman कि लड़कियों को तो घर पे काम करना ही पड़ता है, they must leave their job. Both of those things are wrong, and no way does at least this spiritual scripture even support this. So I feel that we have come a long way. So the reason why I made this video is because I feel like this country is one of the most beautiful and the most spiritual countries, लेकिन हम अपने religion को गलत interpret करते हैं और अपने हिसाब से उसे mold करने की कोशिश करते हैं. And that is why I see so many women judging me when I wear short clothes when I step out of the house. So many men get judged every single day because they decide to follow a passion which is regarded more feminine, whatever that means in this day and age. But like maybe they're a makeup artist, fashion designer, and they're just put into these boxes as if they can't do the things that they want to do. So just an effort to be less judgmental. I analyze this particular scripture because I'm surrounded by a lot of Hindu people, and that is why my experience here on this earth has always been around Hindu people and people who have judged me. That is why I analyze this scripture in particular. But yes, I do have interest in reading a lot more other scriptures, and perhaps in the future I will make videos about them as well. This was really spontaneous. I just really wanted to get a video out there. If you watch this all the way to the end, please comment down your thoughts below. So I hope that I was able to communicate what I wanted to say without offending anyone, which was like my biggest fear when I was talking. But freedom of speech, bitches. Hope that you understood my attention. I'm not going to get a lot of hate. अगर साड़ी वीडियो पसंद आई तो like the comment ज़रूर करियो, और साड़ी नवी वीडियो लिए subscribe to SuriNotSorry.